I always do that. Morning. It's a lovely, lovely morning in Florida. We're expecting a Category 1 to hit the Orlando area, and I just was in the mood to talk. Believe it or not, everybody's gone. Mike, Maggie, and Finn have gone to his new physical education classes in a local recreation place, homeschool PE. That's a nice plus for homeschooling. And then he has occupational therapy. He got fitted, my Finn, my grandson, he's 5 years old. He got fitted for his leg braces. I'm not crazy about the whole idea, but his hamstrings are way too tight and he keeps walking on his toes. And I started paying for him to go to the chiropractor because I believe more, in aligning the spine, and he has some issues, I guess, in his neck and shoulders. The chiropractor noticed him, he's just not, his stance is all wrong when he's walking. Maybe some massage therapy, I don't know. I don't mind taking out of my savings to do this because I love them and they're having a really hard time. So many things have happened. And I guess, it makes me very down because I just feel, I feel victimized by the universe. I don't understand these constant bad turns of luck. One of them, which is really big, I haven't spoken about yet. When I resolve the issue, I'll talk to you about it. Let me try to straighten this camera a little bit. The other thing is that we lost our shower, the only bathroom that is in this place. So they've had to hook up a hose to the bathroom sink so that we can take showers with the hose, which is not easy, but I do it. Personally, I prefer, and Michael damaged the top of the hose ring, and so now it's very hard to get it on the sink, and part of the sink pieces are stuck to the hose now. That's going to have to be dealt with. The worst problem is they've had to open up a wall. We don't know how much mold there is. You can tell there's a great, because what happened is at the very neck of the shower where it meets the wall, water just started spewing out of it. And I said, guys, we should not be using this shower. It's obviously probably leaking from the back. No, that's fine. Okay. Next day, Denny finds water on the floor and ruined some of this stuff, and Michael took the wall down, part of it, and a pipe's going to have to be, it's copper, pipe's going to have to be replaced, and possibly, depending on how bad mold may have gotten in there, we're going to have to start taking pieces apart and having a look. The whole bathroom might need to be remodeled. So, yeah, Michael doesn't own it, but I don't know. I just don't know. So, things like this just get to me after a while. It's like, and even my poor son Michael, who is very into positive thinking, he said, when am I going to cut a break, Mom? I just, a little bit of ease in life would be nice, just to be able to go along, or at least have the money to say, yeah, we can bring in a plumber, which we don't have the money to be able to do that. I've been already dipping into my savings. You all know I had $30,000. I had. Once you start spending it and you see need all around you, what am I supposed to do? Say, tough shit, We'll live with it, or whatever. Michael can't live with no radiator. His radiator's shot, and he bought a new radiator. He was going to do the work himself, but it's very involved. And I happened to have found a mechanic for him, a little bit away from the house, but I trust. That's all I can do, and I'm having trust issues because of what happened to me in another scenario that I'm not talking about yet. I trust that this guy knows what he's talking about. He's willing to do it for so incredibly cheap. I can't even believe it. Please pray for Michael's radiator on his Chrysler Pacifica. That's his work car. He needs it, and he's been driving it with a bad radiator and just constantly putting water into it, and it's just spewing. So we're going to leave that off tonight. Dennis Jr. is having trouble with his vehicle, probably because of the backyard mechanic who worked on his vehicle, and it's acting up really bad. And that's Dennis Jr.'s income, his car. They're Uber drivers, you know. So that's another issue. And we've been using Dennis Jr.'s car because Michael's has been, spewing radiator fluid. And, so, I mean, to whoever made that comment, because I deleted it and blocked you, I'm just so sick of, your lack of compassion. I'm unhappy right now. Am I ever happy? It's been a long time. It's been a really long time since I've had what I could call a great day. Maybe because, let's see, I've lost homes, cars, most of my possessions, and my husband. And do I feel good about it? No. So, I feel very good about our garden. No, it's doing very nicely. I don't know if it's going to be able to sustain 50-mile-an-hour winds. Maggie and I are discussing it, and I think we're going to try to find a way to surround it, all the plants. Because I don't know why we have this is a really windy spot. Probably because of the water. Maybe it can come around the corner when she comes. I don't know. But it's very windy, and yeah. Ducks. So, I guess I just wanted to chit-chat a little bit and, kind of update you on the situation, which, it hasn't been good. Everybody's really on edge, and Dennis Jr. clashed with Michael, and it really bothers me that happened. They went to their friend's house to watch the elections and, have some food and talk and, bull crap with each other, and they like to do that, So they went and did that, and I guess Dennis Jr. just, I don't know, had a meltdown. And, it's stressful, we're all tightly squeezed into this tiny little place. It's a tiny little place. It's smaller than their apartment when you really think about it, if it weren't for this back porch, which is Michael and Maggie's bedroom at this point. And thank God, because I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be able to even stay here if that porch wasn't here, because they'd be sleeping in the room Finn's in. So I'm very fortunate that, yes, some gratitude. I have a roof over my head. I'm very grateful for that. Otherwise I would have been like renting from a stranger, and really didn't want to go there. So, because you just don't know what you get. Here I know what I'm getting. As difficult as it is, I know. Multi-generational living. In case you're new, I've seen some new subscribers. Hey, welcome. Sorry about my sad-ass face, but, so I sold my trailer, and because I knew I'd never get a price like that again. And I didn't want to be responsible for all the repairs it needs, the trees that needed to be cut down, water lines, electricity. I just didn't want, and plus the rent went up by $45 a month for this coming year. And they already had 55% of my income in rent alone, and it would have been very hard on me. It was already very hard on me. I didn't realize I was dipping into my bank account savings and spending it during that year that I sold the car. And money goes really fast. Just a little tip for all of you new widows. It goes really fast, I wish I could work, but I can barely walk right now. I do need an operation, which I'm trying to avoid by, following, it's not really keto. I'd say it's closer to paleo. I'm doing mostly animal protein and some vegetables. I did cheat yesterday because Maggie made pumpkin bread and I just wanted a piece. Even though I can't smell or taste, I can feel. And it felt beautiful. It was so moist and so, I don't know, it just delightful, totally delightful. I wish I could have tasted it. It would have been nice. So, not having taste and smell is very helpful, so it's still, I get that sensation from chicken. Reminds me of what a hen house used to smell like. I just get that essence when I eat chicken. I hate chicken. I gotta do something with the chicken that I bought, so I bought a roaster, right? If you're new here, I bounce around a lot. Yeah, so sorry, but that's me all over. I bought a roaster and roasted the dang thing, and it was a little undercooked, so that made me a little. So I tried to cook it more, and it's just like, ugh. When you start to like get down to the bottom, and it's like this red sinews or whatever the heck they are. So I ate a little bit of that, nuked part of it, stir-fried part of it, and was like, oh, I don't want to look at chicken anymore. So I froze that, and now I gotta take it out, boil it, and try to figure out what to do with it. Suggestions are always welcome, but it needs to be low carbs. Maybe chicken soup with, I've tried spaghetti squash. What a disaster. It's wet. Hello? I thought when you roasted it, it would dry it out a little bit. No. So, I've got it in baggies. I froze most of it because I'll tell you what, for $4 and something, I got a ton of spaghetti squash. So I do have some frozen cooked shrimp, mediums, that are also in my freezer. So perhaps what I will do is make shrimp scampi, squeeze out again, because I can see the water collecting, the spaghetti squash that I did not freeze, and I'm going to try to bake that in the oven or dry it out a little bit, and then put my shrimp scampi on it, and hope to God I don't gag. So, so that's what I'm trying to do to get the weight off of my joints, and especially this right hip joint, which has a cyst up in the socket area where that thigh bone, is constantly rotating when you walk and sit and etc. Yeah, I got a cyst right in there, and probably from that stupid hike I took last year when I decided to run away and go home. I still want to go home. New England is my home, and I want to go home. I want to go home. But not forever, because winters there are dreadful. I can't walk come October, when that cold wind comes in, but it hasn't come in yet from what I understand. It. Weather's very warm. But it's a great day in Florida. I love this. It's overcast with grayish. Do you want to see the clouds? Trees are blowing because we got that Category 1 coming. And, it's going to be tit. Oops. Yeah, I know. I don't care. Sorry, I don't care. I'm sorry that I don't care. No, I'm really not sorry at all. Okay. So, waiting for the Category 1, that's nothing. It's going to be, once it hits Orlando, which is the area, it starts breaking up. It'll still be strong, and there'll still be flooding and whatnot, and we are on what is this thing? I don't know if it's a canal, a river. I think it's natural, but go figure. Just want to make sure there's no alligators, coming up behind me. Hang on a second. We got this big patch of brush right there, and that makes me very nervous. Nobody's been wanted to clean it out. So it's like, what's hiding in your bush? creepy crawlies. We did see a snake, but it was a little one. Black snake or something. They called it a garden snake or a garter snake. Or, it wasn't a garter snake because it didn't have the garters. It was just black, little tiny black snake. And yeah, that's the only snake I've seen in a while. I know we had one around our trailer, but yeah. I've never seen an alligator in this water. You can see them. You could just, they have a certain look when they're floating close to the top. But I have seen some big splashes with big rings of water, something going on underneath the... Does any of this matter? I don't know. For some reason or other, the people who watch me love when I ramble, so what the heck. My revenue's way down, and I can get about $200 every 2 months. Because I usually, like, 1 month falls under the $100, so they won't give it to me. And then the next month might be a little higher, but who knows. It's been steadily going down. And it's not like I'm counting on anything from this channel anymore. It's like, whatever. And I'm really here for my widows. I'm here, and for my friends, Blue Rose Ramblings. I'd like to give her a little different kind of channel, but worth listening. Maybe stop in and Blue Rose Ramblings. She's one of my subs, and she's cool. And nice woman. Oh, AJ Kroom, would you please pray for her and her family, because she lost her precious dog, Pandora. I think she said it was an Airedale, I'm pretty sure. And, if I forgot to mention you, AJ, I'm so sorry. I'm just so into my own crap right now. It's just overwhelming me. But I'm thinking about you, and I think about Esther a lot, because I know she's a new widow, and it ain't easy. And it ain't easy. I hope you had some life insurance on your husband. Mine ran out before just as he was getting sick, it ran out. And they wanted like $526 a month to reinstate it. And I was like, we're not even bringing that in. So yeah, that's that. That's there. So, it's just talk about survival, really. I'm just trying to survive right now. What are my plans for the future? I don't have a clue. I still haven't returned that application for that apartment that I really don't want to live in. It's probably a subconscious thing, like, do it tomorrow, the tomorrow that never comes. You know how that goes. Yeah, I just trying to bide my time and do little things around the house. Today I swept, and Maggie mopped the kitchen floor, and we got to start getting the house, Oh, who cares about Thanksgiving? I'm just not into it, really. I'm into one thing. I want to get one of those French silk pies from Sam's Club. I'm pretty sure my favorite restaurant has been serving that. It's not their own. They said they send out for it. So, yeah, I really want that desperately for dessert. I'm having a piece of pie, darn it. I don't care if I can't taste it. I can feel it. Feels good. So, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I guess I'm going to call it a day. Neighbors rummaging around next door. Just want to, check in with my homies. Just because I felt like you feel like talking. Good time to make a video. Just a rambling video. So before we go, can I show you our garden again? You should see the pepper. It's just adorable. Water. Pepper is so cute. There was another one, but it fell off, Maggie said. Michael has made this his weightlifting room, punching bags. Bless his heart. These were, I said before, cucumbers and melons. Hey, look, the sun's coming out. What the hey? I don't know what these are, but I'll ask Maggie about it. Maybe Maggie and I can do a video together. We're not going to water today because we're expecting massive rains. Yep. And we got to find a way. This is spinach. Why is it growing as a vine? Does spinach grow as a vine? basil, and I told you about our herbs, right? The tomatoes are doing really well. Look at them. There's the green pepper, and we lost one that was on the other side, but there's a couple more coming in. Look at them all. See, all those are going to be peppers if they don't keep falling off, right? And this is the cucumber that got eaten all to heck. Oh, look, they're coming through, even though it got its butt kicked. Wait a minute, what's this? That's not a bug, is it? I don't know what it is. We'll leave it. And it's growing outward that way. I don't know if we have enough growing room here. Oh, somebody lost a leaf. I hope it wasn't a cutworm, because I wasn't looking down there. I'm sorry, I'm showing you my wall. I don't know what all that is. It's something. What is it? It is sweet potatoes, rah, rah, rah. I don't know what that is either. I think it might be a melon. What does it say? It says, oh, that's that black squash. That's probably going to do good. Squash usually does well. And there's my romaine. I moved it from over there to over here because we've got to somehow protect the plants. That's going to be compost. We're going to make a compost area. So yeah, there's my garden, and well, it's not really my garden. Maggie's done most of the work on it. I did help plant some of it and buy some of it, and that's the long and short of it. That's my weird little world here. Is that an ant? Better not be. See the big wind? Look at the big wind! Whee! That's nothing. Wait till it really gets going. I'll try to show it to you. Might not get going at all. The last one was a great disappointment, Ian. I'm sorry, it was a disappointment up here, but it was a real disaster down south of us. If you were in that, I'm really sorry. That was just like silly, but you know, the water's kind of high already here. We'll find out and I'll let you know. Okay, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Bye. Sorry about the Ian comment.